The alternative to William Ruto is Gachagua, Matiang'i, Kalonzo, Karua, and those other guys. They have not shown the seriousness they should have. They cannot match the kind of energy that William Ruto had against the government.
Hello and welcome to the Political Oracle, a segment of the Talkchat podcast. My name is Jasmine Mumba and today I'm joined by Dr. Michael Ndonyi. Karibu sana daktari.
Asante.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, Daddy.
I'm doing good. So today we want to look about, is 2027 going to be a rigged election with Azimio in UDA? Yeah, so one prominent figure we've seen is Raila Odinga, who was the leader of Azimio, and now we are seeing he's being included into government.
Yeah. Today, you have signed a memorandum of understanding between Orange Democratic Movement and the United Democratic Alliance.
So can we say that now his presence in government is a rigged election now that he's in government, him being the leader of Azimio?
I like the choice of the words that the 2027 election are already rigged, especially the presidency. Remember, one of the things we need to state here is that 2027 is going to be a very tricky, we call it the incumbency elections, or elections when the incumbent is contesting. And during that time, if we are not going to have a strong contestant, William Ruto will have a walk in the park towards his re-election. And Raila Odinga now being there in the twist. The evolution that we have seen Raila Odinga from the time he said, I'm going to support William Ruto. And now there are some narratives from the insiders of the government saying that Raila Odinga will not leave William Ruto. And also, let me call it political gossip, that Raila Odinga is likely to be William Ruto's running mate. So they are likely to replay the 2007 Pentagon politics because Mudavadi was in Pentagon, Ruto was in Pentagon, Raila was in Pentagon. Of course, Joseph Nyaga was there, the late Joseph Nyaga. Balala was there to represent Mombasa. But we know also the number one governor is in government. So they are likely to form that kind of a thing. If they do that, this election is already rigged. And it will be very hard for any other person or any other coalition to match their energy towards 2027. So 2027, if Raila remains with Ruto and Raila supports Ruto in one way or another, the election is done. Actually, we don't need to waste money doing an election. I know this one is against the constitution, but sometimes we waste money doing some elections which we already can see the outcome. Yeah. So
it is likely that he's going to support Ruto also given their history because they've been together.
Exactly. And the politicians are cousins. That's what we were told by Lee Jiro. They are the same people. And also remember, the other thing is Raila Odinga is the leader of one coalition and one political party. He is the party leader of ODM.
Yes.
He is also the leader of the coalition that used to be called Azimio la Umoja. Azimio la Umoja, as much as we say if Raila Odinga is in government, ODM is in government, the same narrative should apply. And we should say Azimio la Umoja
is also
wako kwa serikali. Wako ndani. Yeah, they are inside the government. So we don't know what role they are playing at the background. Of course, we have Uhuru Kenyatta, who is part of that Azimio la Umoja. And the other day we saw a kind of chemistry that we used to see during the Jubilee government, when Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto would wear the same color of ties and shirts, and they would walk in the lawns of a State House holding hands and looking like they are couples. So they were political couples. We saw that kind of a thing some few weeks ago when Uhuru Kenyatta went to State House and they were almost holding hands and having the same light moments. So we don't know. Azimio is in government. Yeah.
And now back to Raila, we've seen that he has influence because he's been in the political game for a while now.
Exactly.
And he has garnered support, people calling him Baba. We can say maybe he has developed some sort of emotional connection.
Yep.
So given his influence, how is this likely to influence Azimio?
Yeah, because of course he is called Baba by millennials. The people who called Raila Baba are millennials at Generation X. Because they had no political father. Yeah, millennials at Generation X have never had political father. So they used to call Raila Baba. And of course, he deserved that title because he used to speak on their behalf. Now, we cannot say that in 2027, Raila will have the same influence that he has had in previous years. But he is going to have such a big influence that whatever side that he is going to choose to be, he will go with 70% of his former voters. They still believe in him. There are people who have connected to Raila Odinga emotionally, such that they have said, when Baba says it is bad, it is bad. Akisema tu jinyonge, tutajinyonga. You know, that kind of emotions. There are still people who will die with Raila Odinga, even when he will be gone. There are people who will believe not only with Raila Odinga, but they will believe his bones for healing when he is gone. So people will believe that Raila Odinga's bones can heal this country politically, even when he will be long gone. There are such people, and they will follow him.
Now that we have established that he actually has influence and a following, why is this influence crucial to Azimio?
Remember, Azimio was formed as a kind of a corn coalition. Azimio was meant to finish ODM. And Azimio was a trick to get Raila Odinga out of ODM and make him president, and for that case, make him a ceremonial president. To them, Raila Odinga was old, Raila Odinga was sluggish, Raila Odinga was becoming an aged person. But they underestimated Raila Odinga. He seems to have 7 lives like a cat. So later they realized it, and that is why they used to say Azimio was red meet blue or blue meet red. There was nothing like orange. I think ODM realized later, and they took over. Of course, they had some control over Azimio. So Raila Odinga is still the leader of Azimio coalition. Raila Odinga was coming to form Azimio coalition with the likes of Uhuru Kenyatta. Kalonzo Musyoka was not there. Gideon Moi was not there because Gideon Moi was at the background with Kalonzo Musyoka. They had another coalition. It used to be called OKA. They were so strategic that they almost undertook Azimio. Actually, their aim was to undertake Azimio. I don't know how it never worked, but they were so strategic with the OKA that they were aiming to have Kalonzo Musyoka become the running mate for Raila Odinga. Of course, it could not work maybe because of boardroom politics. Remember, boardroom elections that happened, I think that is where maybe they lost. But Raila Odinga and Azimio are still one. We want to assume, politically speaking, that Azimio is still under Raila Odinga's control. And when he is in government, Azimio are in government. And I want to believe that Uhuru Kenyatta is not very far from the government. Just like Raila Odinga is part of the government.
Okay. Yeah. And now that we have seen Raila Odinga is part of Azimio and also part of the government. So how does his continued dominance in Azimio shape the coalition's strategies?
Yeah, and that is why I'm saying we only have now 2 coalitions. We have the Kenya Kwanza coalition and we have the Azimio coalition. In Azimio, we have Raila Odinga, who is the leader of ODM. That means technically ODM is also part of Azimio. So the reason we are saying that the 2027 elections are already rigged is because if there is going to be another coalition, they will have to dismantle Azimio and they will have to dismantle Kenya Kwanza. How that is going to happen is what I don't understand. Because William Ruto seems to have done his own maths and he seems to have convinced majority of powerful politicians, including Raila Odinga, to be on his side in 2027. That is my opinion. That is what I think. But of course, there is time and we are going to see how things are going to unfold. But 2027 elections, unless something changes, if the alternative to William Ruto is Gachagua, Matiang'i, Kalonzo, Karua, of course, and those other guys, they have not shown the seriousness that they should have. They cannot match the kind of energy that William Ruto had against the government in 2021, 2022. We can say not yet. Watajipanga maybe, but it is going to be hard. Time is gone. We only have 1 year to elections. There are people who usually say it is too early. There is nothing like too early. We only have one solid year, 2026. In 2027 will be election here. Today we are in August, we are ended September. So this year is gone. So we only have one solid year, 2026. And then we get into elections. It is not early.
And now, given Raila's new stance to support Ruto, do you think Azimio is likely to push for a fresh face?
Azimio is a shaky ground. Is very weak without Raila Odinga. Is very weak without Uhuru Kenyatta. Azimio was a creation of Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Mother Karua was a stranger. She was just invited and she had no vote. So she can go. She only had her own vote in Azimio. But Uhuru Kenyatta had a big influence in Azimio. Raila Odinga had a big influence in Azimio. Who is that person? Who is that face that is going to come out of Azimio and stand against these two? And they are technically in government. Either they collapse it if they want, or they are going to revive it and support William Ruto, which I think they are doing. Yeah.
And in the unlikely event they do push for a fresh face,
yes,
and we have established that Raila has a lot of influence together with Uhuru.
Yeah.
So this shows that maybe he also has a lot of support from the other members of Azimio. Is this likely to cause maybe struggles within?
As I have said, Azimio is a loose coalition. We cannot compare Azimio and ODM party. ODM party is solid and intact. It's just like UDA. UDA, of course, is not as intact and solid and compact as ODM. ODM is the only party which is very solid and very intact than any other party. So I don't see Azimio having some insider battles because Azimio is as insignificant as any other coalition which was formed for convenience. Azimio does not exist in a structure. It has weak structure. So there can be no insider struggles to a coalition which is weak, to a coalition which is detached, to a coalition which has no solid board amongst themselves. Because no one can claim Azimio. Hakuna.
That is very eye-opening.
Yeah.
And now, finally, as we come to the conclusion, if Azimio decides to back Raila's stance or standing, how is this likely to affect opposition politics within Kenya?
Of course, Azimio is not the opposition. ODM is not the opposition. In Kenya now, we have no opposition. Actually, we have no agency opposition in this country as we speak. The only opposition that we are fighting is the opposition of that coalition that Gachagua has brought together. And as I speak, I think the critical part of Azimio are in government. Uhuru Kenyatta is in government. Raila Odinga is in government. We may not see this, but that is how things are. They are doing business with the government. And these are people who have been together for a long time. So I don't think it will be hard to say that Azimio is already in government. So we are not waiting for Azimio to support the government. Okay. They are already in government.
Through Raila.
Through Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. They just are in government doing business with the government. Politics in this country is business. Because the president is not highly paid civil servant in this country. I'm telling you, if you start looking at the amount of money that the president is paid, it's around 1.4 or 1 point something. Hajafikisha 2 million. You know, there are people, there are CEOs in this country who are earning 30 million per month. Yeah, he ranks over 200 in terms of the amount of money he's earning. So do you think that is why he is president? No, he is president for business. And the people we call the system, they work with the government for the sake of business, nothing else. Politics is just a sideshow. Behind the scenes, it's a multi-billion economy. Yeah.
There are invisible forces at play.
Yes. Politics is a multi-billion sector. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your take on this discussion. It has been nice having you. My name is Jasmine Mumba and I've been your host. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.